Hi everybody, Bill Owen from MNPCTech.com. What we're looking at here is Hardware Labs Black Ice Nemesis. However, it's not the same one that you're seeing on their website at the moment. This is a new version that Hardware Labs is considering bringing to market. It's the same radiator, however, it doesn't have the black wrinkle finish or the gloss black finish that you normally see on Hardware Labs Black Ice radiators. This is the primer coat finish from the factory. It actually looks good in white, although this is a very flat white, very dull white. Why do I have a radiator with the factory primer on it? Well, because Hardware Labs is considering the idea of offering you factory primered radiators, because a lot of you paint your own radiators to match your custom build. So they thought, why not offer you in the factory primer finish and then you apply your own custom paint coat. That's actually a very clever idea for the DIY enthusiast. I think it's a great idea because no other radiator manufacturer for PC liquid cooling is doing this, and taking in consideration how many people actually do paint their radiators. They're also considering the idea of offering a hanging bracket. So when you paint your radiator, it's a bit easier. And how this works is it includes 4 screws, and the screws will be offered in 2 different sizes depending on the thickness of your radiator, because Hardware Labs offers 2 thicknesses on currently. So you just put in the 4 screws in the shroud, and the hanging bracket. Now this is a prototype. This is not the final product. They're still working on it. But you would have the option to either hang it on a wire or a rope, or fasten to the end of a shelf with this hole here. And you can also change the direction you want the bracket to hang. So there's how it would hang, suspend. What we're going to do is we're actually going to try this out in Brad's paint booth today with some members of the Mod Zoo, because we got 4 of these factory primered radiators from Hardware Labs to custom paint. Now before you paint your radiator, you want to plug up the inlet and outlet. And how I suggest doing that is using a barb. You could use an old cap, but it's going to be much easier to mask off an old barb and stick it in. And I'm using the 233 plus masking tape because this is the most durable masking tape out there. We use it on all of our projects. Just wrap it around so the threads are exposed. Make it long enough so that way you can just screw it in. Much easier than using a cap, because with the cap you have to use a screwdriver. Alright. Yep, it's important that we plug off those 2 inlet outlet because we don't want to get any debris or paint inside the radiator. What I'm going to use to scuff the surface is red Scotchbrite pad. This is what we use to scuff the surface on most of the case mod projects that we do. Even though it has a factory primer finish, on the Hardware Labs Black Ice Nemesis. We're still going to go over it to give the surface a bit more bite.
The next and last step is masking off the fins of the radiator, and I'm joining the rest of the guys from the Modzoo.com staff as they mask off their radiators over at Brad Galvin's paint shop.
$10 now.
And what does this do?
This is the PC Tech radiator
taper. You just taper.
Oh, nice.
Push the edges down. Ta-da.
$19.99.
Exactly. You can buy a box of 1,000 of them for like $4.
So you think you can buy these ice cream sticks, whatever, at your local Walmart, but they're not meant for radiators. These ones are specifically meant for radiators. It's the angle hair, which is slightly different. This is better for radiators. So keep that in mind. You need this. You're getting sleepy.
Hardware Labs Black Ice had only sent 2 of these radiator hanging brackets, and we had 4 radiators to paint. So, Brad, being the expert painter, we asked him, what do you do for a DIY solution?
You put a screw in it. You take your piece of free wire, twist it around, make sure it's good to go. You can put a washer on the end so it doesn't slip off. And then boom, there you go, done. This is for the DIY guy.
How about this one?
It looks straighter.
Really?
It's way prettier hanging there.
And look at, okay, first off, when you try to turn that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
You know how you spray one side, you come on the other side and do it. It's not that difficult.
What if you don't have room?
But what happens when the screw, if someone doesn't pay attention, this thing falls on the fucking ground? Boom, done.
Oh.
Yeah. Because remember I was just dicking with it, this is getting loose?
Could you put like
Nylock.
like a mattress on the floor or something?
There you go.
It bounces right back up.
I don't know if your customers got money like that, yeah.
I don't sell these. I'm just
saying this is the DIY way. It's the way I do it. I'll paint 10 of these for Bill this way every day.
So whether you take the high-tech approach, thanks to Hardware Labs if they bring these brackets to market, and it was nice to work with, or the DIY approach that Brad shared, hey, there was a time when people hung their coats on a nail in the wall. So finally, all of our Hardware Labs Black Ice Nemesis radiators are ready for paint. Nubasaurus and myself are taking the DIY approach to the paint finish and both using aerosol-based paints. He's using Plastikote brand number 618, which is a steel wheel paint color, and he got it at the local auto parts store, but you can get it at Amazon.com. I'll be going with a military theme on my radiator. I'm using the army green color from the Rustoleum camouflage series of aerosol paints, which you can get at Home Depot and most hardware stores or Amazon.com. Mosquito and Captain Curry Sauce were after a bit more of a custom color finish on their radiators versus buying something in a rattle can, so they've asked Brad for his assistance in mixing a custom color and applying it.
What do you want, pearl, metallic?
I think, well, they call that UV orange pearl, so.
Oh, there's a
I don't
little bit
know.
of pearl in there, isn't there? Oh, sneaky guys. You can barely see it. You can put some cosmic gold rush in it, which is a gold pearl. How's the color? Yay, my boys.
New affiliate.
Yes. So this has got, ooh, look at that. This is gold pearl that'll actually lighten it up a little bit. And I'll put a little in a cup and we'll see what happens, huh? And you might be like, yay, yay or nay. Or we can come up with a candy base coat.
It's not at the same time.
Exactly. Use more gold pearl. Gotta go.
What? It's sunny inside.
Down the hatch. So we got some gold brush pearl. 3 to 1. Woo. And then I'm putting a little fine metallic Metaloom fine base coat.
How do people get a hold of you, Brad?
DirtDesignsGraphic.com.
Is there anything you can't paint?
I haven't found it yet.
Women and children.
Oh, I've painted people for Halloween.
There you go.
Zombie pub crawl, I did some people. So I added. See there, it's darker to me than it is here, and then you change it, and it's right on. So I think we're close enough. Let's just hang it and bang it.
Lady Gaga's gonna copy this like any minute now.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Even though
From here,
you
it looks
know
like
she
there's
is.
underwear on your head, more like wrestling underwear on your head.
So we're gonna take this striping urethane, once again, house of color, yay! Striping urethane. This color is just called red, believe it or not. It's a nice deep blood red, dirty. Gets that brown look to it. We're gonna over reduce it, and basically you're gonna take a stick and go flick, flick. That's it. Pick up some of this, just flick it. All right. All right. That's all you gotta do. If you want it that way, you go sideways. You want it this way, you go this way, or you just chalk it. Chalk it.
It's like Jackson Pollock.
And then if it runs, even better.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you get it in your clothes, not my problem. Like someone just took a chainsaw. Poof.
Why did you do that? I was thinking about the radioactive grill. Yeah. Radioactive grill. Take that and some green Plastikote and dippable one. Run it because then it's like overfull of radioactive contaminants.
Oh, sure. Leave it there.
Basically what we did is we took a chunk of the Primo Chill, I think they call it UV orange, or UV pearl orange, something like that, and just basically wanted to kind of match that so I could have my radiator match the tubing that I have, and I just kind of like the color, so we used a couple of different shades and different colors to blend everything in together to get a good color match.
Weathered, distressed look. The back has not been touched, so this is where I'm gonna mount the fans, and this side will stay exposed to the pictures.
The Dexter radiator. The Dexter radiator, perfect.
Here is the results of my Hardware Labs Black Ice Nemesis radiator, painted and airbrushed. It's 24 hours later and the masking tape is now ready to take off so I can see what my final results are. I want to thank Hardware Labs for sending us these new Nemesis radiators. They're really nice. Several of the staff have used them in their builds and are impressed. The quality is great. Hardware Labs has been around for over a decade in this industry, and they've always had an open channel of communication to listen to feedback from their customers through the PC liquid cooling community. And that is why they sent us these samples of a future potential product to evaluate for them. Now, if you like the idea, make sure you go to their fan page, Black Ice, on Facebook, and tell them that you want to see these brought to market. If anything, they could be brought to some specialty shops out there, and you can order them. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and you can use this guide for any painted brand radiator out there too. And also thanks again to Hardware Labs for sending us the samples. It was a lot of fun, and I think we got some really cool results, and I can't wait to get to these builds and see what these guys do with their radiators.